Hi folks, welcome back on Berber667. This time update for September in 2013. 66 points to talk about here. Yeah, you know the game, mount the camera and... And as usual, we start up with paper stuff in front. Here we have German Games magazine M-Games, issue number 241 for October in 2013. Then I got a very little hint book about, let me take a look, 430 pages here, full of GTA 5 stuff. Then I have a World of Warcraft handbook for noobs and a Pro Evolution Soccer arcade chain. Really heavy, it's full stuff here, very heavy. Then we go on with PlayStation stuff. Here is Barbie's Race and Ride for PlayStation 1, some Barbie riding game. I got it for free on the flea market, that's fine for me. Then I got a FIFA 2005. Nothing special here, just a soccer game. Midnight in Vegas. This is some casino games. Actually, there belongs a second disc. You can see here is a 2-disc icon, but unfortunately it misses here. But doesn't matter. It's just a soundtrack CD. Then I have NHL 99. Just an ordinary ice hockey game here. Same here, NHL 2K1, nothing special. Then there is Rallycross 2, which is some Sega Ready game stuff on PlayStation. Ray Crisis, a very nice shoot-'em-up game. Then there is Shell Shock, first-person shooter, but it's a vehicle shooter, so you drive cars and then you have some first-person view in there. And then there is V2000, a remake of an arcade classic. Yep, just some shooting game here. Going on with PlayStation 2, here we have, I have to read the title, Gran Turismo Concept 2002 Tokyo Geneva, which is some sort of bigger demo version of Gran Turismo. Everyone except me was waiting for the next Gran Turismo on PlayStation 2. And Sony thought, well, let's give them some demo to make some money. Then Iron Aces 2, Birds of Prey, an action shooting game, flying game. Kuru Mix, it's an it's actually for one person too, but you have to maneuver two guys in the game. And that's a bit complicated, like the Xbox Live Arcade download, what's it called, Brothers. It's some similar stuff here. Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance, including a bonus DVD with the making of stuff and some extra new features like skateboarding and some exclusive missions only in Substance. Then there is Scalar, a 3D action adventure, very colorful. Then there is the first SSX, which is some ordinary snowboarding game. Nothing special, same as here, SSX 3. Same game, newer graphics, but it's still snowboarding. Star Wars Jedi Starfighter, I love Star Wars, so I have to get this game. It's a shooting flying game in the Star Wars universe. Then Super Buster Move 2 or Super Bubble, like it's called in the original, puzzle game here. Finally I found a Tekken 5. Well, I find Tekken 5 many times, but only on flea markets or stuff. But only the platinum version, and finally I got the original version, and that's fine for me. Finally I have it, and my search is over. And then there is Tokobot Plus Mysteries of the Karakuri, which is an 3D action adventure game. And some more Sony stuff here. Everybody's Golf for PSP. A very colorful and sweet golf game. And some special stuff here. It's LA Noire, but it's actually not a game. It's a pre-order bonus from GameStop, including some pictures here and a download code for Naked City. And yeah, if you want this code, I don't have the game on PS3, so if you want this code, just answer me the question: how many PS3 games do I have in my shelf? And the one with the nearest answer gets the code for free via email. Now for some PC games. For one, there is Condemned, a band here in Germany. Doesn't matter for me, I got it anyway. It's a real heavy, not first-person shooter. For a shooter there is not enough shooting, but a first-person action game. And yeah, I shit my pants many times when I played this. And one of my favorites from the last year's Plants vs. Zombies. In the Game of the Year edition, finally found it for low price for PC. Yeah, it's the third one of Plants vs. Zombies I own. And yeah, I still miss the DS version, but I will get this someday. Then there is C64 Classics Gold 2, a compilation of 500 full versions of C64 games. Then KKND2 Crossfire, nothing to see here, a strategy game. And Steel Soldiers, or Z Steel Soldiers, like how it's called in Germany, and strategy game too. So some Sega games here too. This is Air Rescue for Sega Master System, a similar game to Choplifter, or so, some helicopter action flying game. For the GameGear I got the Terminator, game for the first Terminator movie. And also for GameGear I got the manual for Sonic the Hedgehog Chaos, which I missed, but now I have it complete. Now we go for Nintendo. Here's a Boy and His Blob for NES, which is complete now. I'll tell you in a minute why it is complete now and not then. Then there is California Games, first one. I owned the loose cartridge, but now complete, And finally Super Mario Bros. 3, also complete here and it's still in good condition. So I got these 3 games, including Super Mario Bros. 1 complete and an NES game console, including a second controller for 15 euros. So I couldn't resist, and yeah, I got these 2 games now and this one complete for 15 euros. That's a great price, you have to take. So, but unfortunately A Boy and His Blob was without manual, but I found one on eBay for €2.50, so that's complete now too. And as I found this one, on the same seller, I found this one too for Darkwing Duck. I missed this, and now Darkwing Duck is complete too. Then for the original Game Boy there is Jurassic Park The Lost World, which is a Super Game Boy game pack. That means you have some more colors on the Super Game Boy and a special frame mostly. Then the silver edition of Pokemon, nothing special here, just a Pokemon game. Then for DS, more Brain Age, brain training software. For 3DS there is Ace Combat Assault Horizon Legacy, just another Ace Combat flying game. And also for 3DS there is Spirit Camera, which is a Japanese horror game, including an AR book, and you can scan the pages and get them in the game, and yeah. And last Game Boy game here is Donkey Kong Country 3. Unfortunately loose cartridge, but it's an original one. It has all the stuff an original needs. Here's the print, the logo is right, the label is printed very well, and there is the Nintendo logo, which you can't see here, but it is there. So it's it's an original game, so it doesn't matter, it's not a copy or stuff. And yeah, for €2.50 I had to take it, so I will look up the box and manual on eBay. So the last bunch Nintendo games for today. starting up with Super Nintendo, is Cavalry, which is a Mode 7 flying action game, also for 2 players simultan here. A really nice one. Then there's Terminator 2 Judgment Day, not the arcade game, the action game here, not the shooting game. And it's the first, or in my opinion, one of the first game with some, let me call it, chaos engine. That means that some stuff you have to collect is not in the same places when you start a new game. So it's like a maze and you have to look them up all the closets and stuff to find the stuff you need. Then there is Lego Racers for Nintendo 64. Just a racing game in the Lego universe, so you can buy your own vehicle here. And it was in not so good condition. You can see here it's bent already. That's why I put it in a box protector, so it has a better shape. And for Wii there is Blastworks, which is looks a little bit strange, like some indie game, but it isn't actually. It's a shoot 'em up game like R-Type, so from left to right. Yeah, I would like to show you pictures, but there aren't any. The strange stuff here is that everything you shoot up explodes, and you can collect the parts and stick them to your ship so it gets bigger and heavier. And then there is finally for Nintendo, it's Okami, the Wii version here. Yeah, same as on PlayStation 2, but it's better playable with the Wii remote here. Nice one. Now we go over to Microsoft. There we have Galleon for the first Xbox, which is some pirate mystic action adventure here from the creator of Lara Croft, whatever that means. And there is Project Gotham Racing 2, also first Xbox, here a racing game. And now for the last system, like usual, the Xbox 360. Here we have Crash Time, another title in Germany, but international it's just Crash Time. So a car racing game, a little bit like Burnout. Then there is Crossboard 7. Don't look up for Crossboard 1 or 1 to 6, they don't exist. It's a snowboard game for Kinect. Dance Central 2. This is a dancing game for Kinect. Then I traded my Devil May Cry 4 with a Devil May Cry 4 Collector's Edition. Comes in a steelbook here, including some plastic around it, but unfortunately it has some used marks here, and yeah. But it comes including an art book, so that's fine for me. Then I have the last Medal of Honor, in this case Medal of Honor Warfighter, which is mostly unplayable when you don't get the online patch. So yeah, EA drove this game, or this series, this Medal of Honor, finally to the wall, and I hope there isn't any other Medal of Honor ever. Then I got this triple pack here, including Outland, From Dusk and Beyond Good and Evil HD. Outland is a Metroidvania style game with some borrows from Ikaruga, which means you have 2 colors here, the red and the blue one, and when you're red, the red bullets don't hurt you, the same when you're blue, the blue bullets don't hurt you. It's a very nice game. From Dust is some God mode game. You play God on an island, and yeah, Beyond Good and Evil, I guess most of you know it already. Then I got PopCap Hits, the first one including Bejeweled 2, Peggle, Feeding Frenzy and Astro Pop. So Bejeweled is turning around some jewels, Peggle is throw a ball in a slot machine and wait what happens. Feeding Frenzy is starting as a small fish and eating smaller fishes to grow, and then eating bigger fishes to grow again, and eat even bigger fishes to grow again, and yeah, you see, on and on. And Astro Pop is some Tetris style game. Then I got Port Royal 3, a pirate simulation with trading and intruders and yeah, all the stuff in the Caribbean. Then a good Resident Evil game. Yes, they still exist. Not this action crap that the last games were. This is more like classic Resident Evil stuff. More like horror, not only shooting and action. So it was on 3DS already, but here is the HD version and still looks good on the great consoles and nice playable. The Legend of Spyro, Dawn of the Dragons, not so cheap and not so often to get because it is out of print and was never reprinted or re-released again. So this is quite a rare game. Then another triple pack here, including Trials HD, Limbo and Splosion Man. Trials is some moto climb game. Limbo is another game where like art for playable art, whatever. And Splosion Man is a jump and run with this guy here, and he can explode and jump through, throw himself through the area. Nearly the last one is Zone of the Enders in the HD collection, including Zone of the Enders and Zone of the Enders Second Runner, and also including some Metal Gear Rising demo. This is why this game is for 18 up in Germany. Zone of the Enders was, I don't know, 12 or 16, but Metal Gear Rising is an 18 title, so this whole game is from 18 now. Doesn't matter. So, and almost forget the loose stuff here. There's this card box for the First Templar, which I got from my local dealer here. I got the game already. This is just a card box. No, it looks better on the shelf. Then I got some Splinter Cell Blacklist download stuff, which is here some download codes, which I won't show you. This is inside. So it's actually the stuff from the special edition. Someone bought the edition but didn't want the stuff for it. That's why I got these download codes, and I've got this world map here. It belongs in the special edition too. Don't know why it's all green, but here. And now coming for the final game for today. This is Grand Theft Auto 5 in the collector's edition. A huge box here. I made an unboxing, but unfortunately for you only in German. You can look it up. I show all the stuff so you don't have to understand much. You can see what's inside. Yeah. And yeah, it's a great time-consuming game. I'm still on it about 30 hours now and still counting. So that's it for this month.